Today, real quick, I'm going to show you guys how to remove bubbles. You can probably see from that angle that there's a bubble in here. I try to make it as flat as possible. What you're supposed to do, you kind of like push on it. You're like, okay, there's my bubble. You want to make it as flat as possible so then when you pop it with the smallest little incision and tiniest little poke of a hole, that all the air can come out and it doesn't leave a crease. So I'm just going to clean up the area real quick before I start. So the whole area is clean. I'm going to start off with the biggest and baddest one, which is right here. And then there's also a little one surrounding it, which I'll try and flatten out and push the air out through this one. So what we're going to do, or through the other smaller one, we're going to take our blade. This one I tried to break off a clean end, but it broke flat for some reason. I don't know why. I preferred an angled end, but it'll work. So it's going to make a small hole right in the middle. And then just push it down gently from all directions. So you reach that hole in the center that it pokes. Some colors is more visible than others. These I can talk. These are for bubbles you find after. Obviously, if the wrap's fresh, just go back and re-wrap that area. That's how you'll get the best results. But since this wrap is not fresh anymore, and I found these bubbles after it was really like kind of grandfathered in, let's say, and the bubbles were kind of stuck there because the air release is gone. Still a little rough here, but better than having a bubble. So it's better, it's a little pimply, but if I heat that up, it'll probably just go flat here. So let's continue down the car. There's more bubbles over here, so I'll bring the camera over so you guys can see. So coming around to here, this bubble here, just going, boop. Some minor bubbles here, but not big enough to pop. Also, the problem is varying temperatures. I know I'm not supposed to wrap my car in the cold. I keep doing it, but you really shouldn't because the air sometimes gets trapped underneath, just the slightest amount, and it'll cause it to expand when it gets warm. So in the summer, your car won't look as fantastic. There's another one up here. This one was the only one I actually knew about, and it got smaller on its own. But I'll poke a little hole. And not all wrap installers will recommend this. The problem is wrap installers have their own ways, and if it's not their way, it's the wrong way, no matter who you talk to. But this is a way to get rid of bubbles, especially when you're doing it cheaper. And even so, some professional shops actually do pop the bubbles. Because if you do it cleanly enough, you'll never see it. And yes, it's supposed to be a protection film, but at the same time, it's still protecting it. It's not like it's stopping the protection. So I don't know if you guys can see that, like a little pimpliness. Yeah, you guys have to see it. I can see it on this little screen. But that is just there. I can remove that with the heat gun after. I'm just going to leave it for now, just because over time the heat will probably try and get it away on its own. But it is just kind of there for at least kind of showing where it was removed. This wrap isn't perfect, you can tell. The Bondo's messed up here from me power washing the car first. Actually, there's some air in there too with the Bondo. And it's not perfect everywhere either, there's some stuff here. Overall, it looks really damn good. And even though I know, like, especially carbon fibers and black type wraps are harder to find bubbles, like you can see the bubbles instantly in this. This is metallic and it's blue. You can see the weird pimply bubbleness, which I don't want to poke holes because the light underneath will just pop through as white and it'll be obvious. Same with that side, so I'm just going to leave these. They're getting better on their own, which is good. I keep pushing the bubbles, but these big ones in the front seem to never go away for some reason. Overall, it's so pretty. The car's so pretty. And it's slightly greener in person, but for some reason it shows up as a bluer car on camera. So that's it for today's video. I just want to show you guys how to remove bubbles because this is stuck on here. I actually was going to show you guys a possible livery I wanted to do. But I feel like I'm showing you guys too many things I want to do and not actually doing them. So instead, if I don't show it next week, I'm going to try and buy the vinyl wrap to finally finish the car soon. It'll be all pretty, and then I can talk about liveries and other mods and stuff, so I'll start getting paid soon again, which will be awesome. And the car will get prettier and prettier. Like, I mean, come on, look at that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. I will see you next week on Monday. Don't forget about Throtl and legendary stuffs that are all down below in that little description down there. But peace out, and be legendary.